Well, I've got some unfortunate news to share with you guys, but in the grand scheme of things, this is no real big deal at all. So today is supposed to be my leg day, my heavy squat day, and I'm coming out here doing a single rep and going back inside. For the past 2 days, I've had a lower back flare up from a deadlift injury in the past, about 2.5, 3 years ago. I've gone, through this story numerous times on the channel. Let my form slip on a deadlift, popped something in my back. I believe, I probably herniated a disc or two, or maybe three. I don't know. Was in debilitating back pain for like 2 weeks. It took me 15 minutes to put socks and shoes on. Couldn't, lay down without hurting. Couldn't get up and walk without hurting. I was in constant pain for like 2 weeks. Long story short, I ended up helping a farmer harvest some pumpkins. Lean down, cut a pumpkin, pack it to a pile. And then after we get a good pile, he'd drive a pickup truck over to the pile, and we would load all the pumpkins into the bed of the truck, take the truck up to the house, unload the pumpkins into the yard, clean them off, load them back up into the truck, take them up to the barn, and then unload them yet again onto pallets. And so putting in, these hundreds of reps with 10-pound pumpkins had like healed my back. I went from debilitating back pain, unable to move without being in pain, to putting in, 100 reps a day with a 10-pound pumpkin, and I'd never felt better. But anyways, the back pain right now. This has kind of been like a little inkling in the back of my head, just a very slight sensation. But it's been manageable, hasn't been anything that's been too much of a cause for concern. Until yesterday, I was doing some shoveling at work, got stuck in a weird angle, bent down to pick up a rock, and as I stood up from that, my back is hurting again. Yesterday, my back was in pretty bad shape. Came home, didn't want to do anything. I tried to do some stretching, but the thing about back pain is when it's bad, you can't really move without pain. You know what I mean? Tried to do some dead hangs off the bar. That didn't really help a whole lot. Tried to do some hip flexor stretches. That sort of, felt like an aggravation to the pain. Tried to do some glute stretches. That felt like it aggravated the pain as well. And so I was just kind of left with no other option but to go to bed at like 7:30 last night. Woke up this morning feeling better. And then about 10 or 15 minutes after being out of bed, the pain started to flare up again. And, the lower back has been tight and in pain today. But I do think that I am feeling better and that I am on the upward trend of recovery. I did one rep of 135 on squat yesterday, and that rep caused me a pretty, fair amount of pain. Today, I had maybe like a 2 out of 10 on pain on this rep here. Hardly noticeable at all. So that's good. I'm just going to play it smart here. I know a younger version of me would have said, hey, there's less pain today. It's your squat day. Let's throw some weight on the bar and move some weight. But I'm trying to consider my future self here. And I think that if I have to take a few days or a few weeks or, even a few months off of lifting heavy in order to recover from this injury, that would benefit me a lot more than trying to, force myself to move heavy weight when the body is clearly not prepared for it. So, for the next few days or however long this will take, I'm going to do some lighter lifting. I think that I am still in good shape for running. I went for a little jog today after checking one of my hunting spots. I was, hit a little jog back to the truck and, didn't feel any pain from that. So I think I am still in the clear to run. But as for lifting, probably not so much. At least not for right now. I do think I have a lot of stretching due. I'm just waiting on the back pain to subside. Like I said, when you have back pain, any kind of movement sort of irritates it anyways. So as soon as I can stretch again without producing pain, I'm going to do so. The right hip, which has given me issues in the past as well, has felt kind of tight the last couple of days, and so maybe that contributed to the lower back flare up. So I'll have to do some work on the hip as well. This back injury, it's nothing super recent, but it's nothing super old either. Looking down the road, I think in 10 or 15 years that this back injury will be non-existent. I am like 2 years off of this back injury, and last year I had several flare-ups, but this year I think this is only like my second or third. So we're doing pretty good there. But I don't know, like I said, I think I'm on the upward trend of recovery. I'm not super concerned about it, to be honest with you guys. I have complete confidence and faith that I will recover and that I will find a way around it. I also want to add that, this is essentially just a hobby for me. So there's no real need in going too crazy with this and, just trying to push myself super hard. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and I appreciate you for watching.